What's going on, everyone? How you all doing? I want to say thank you for all those people who actually view my small channel and my videos. Um, I'm really not a vlogger, as they say. I'm really not here to make money. I'm just here to capture what my life journey is all about. So I don't have the camera in my hands 24/7 like some of these people do. I'm not here to make money. You got to figure you got one life to live in this lifetime. And with today's technology, might as well just enjoy it. So, you want to live in a van? You want to do the van life, huh? Well, I tell you what, right now, I am in my 20 below sleeping bag because it is 1 degrees outside. It is only the beginning of winter. It is December 3rd. And where I'm at, we got hit with a snowstorm like 3 days ago. Where I'm at, we got 2 feet of snow. The next day, it froze. So yeah, you want to live in a van, you want to live in a bus, you want to live in your car. I can tell you this much, you better be prepared. So, a lot of things have happened. One, my travel truck, which I use all the time, broke down. Now, yes, I am living in my bus. It is operational, but last week, well, hello, buddy. Hi, what's my buddy doing? Huh? Let's see who you are. Oh, hello. What's my buddy doing, huh? You ready to go potty? Dude, it's cold outside. Oh my goodness, dude, it's cold outside, man. But we gotta go take you potty, right? Alright. Now where was I? Um, yes, my bus is operational, but last week I ended up breaking my glass door. So I taped it up the best I could. It just basically spider webbed all over the place. And of course, the day after, that's when we got the snowstorm. So between working and trying to come up with ideas on how to replace it, I did find a door, but then the day after, my truck did not start. So as you can see, it was a chain of events. So considering my truck doesn't start, I can't go get the door and fix it, as in replacing the whole entire frame. My buddy and I, we already talked about it, how to put the door on and stuff like that. I do have plywood. I got 2 things of plywood though, but that is going to be a lot of glass come falling down if I were to put the plywood in from the inside. It's kind of hard to describe. I'll probably show you guys a little bit later. But anyhow, those of you who do not know, I basically live in the parking lot of my work. I work at a truck stop slash gas station, so it's not too bad. They kind of didn't like it in the beginning. I do move my bus all the way in the back where the trucks park, and sometimes I just leave it out front. So, that being said, I'll give you a sneak peek. And by the way, a driver came to pick up his car. This guy was there all week. So, but yeah, as you can see, I'm stationary at my job, and it's cold as shit outside. 1 degree outside. Oh my god, dude, I don't even want to know. So yeah, I am in my cozy little den, and you wonder why animals hibernate. I just had my bus on for about an hour this morning. It actually warmed it up pretty good. Now that I just lifted that curtain, it is freezing up there. But as you can see, hot air rises. So, got to figure out how to keep this warm down here. And of course, now that I mentioned that, no sooner I work all those hours last week, planning on that big paycheck, my truck breaks down. So, I was planning to get a diesel heater. They say that's the best thing to do. So, now I gotta, once again, put that on hold. The battery I want to get is 3 something. The diesel heater itself is only like 200. Well, guess what? What's more important? Getting my truck fixed or getting a diesel heater? The choices in life you got to make. And once again, you want to live in a bus? You want to do the van life? Things happen. Shit happens. You got decisions to make. So, give me a few minutes. Let me bundle up. Let me get this guy outside. Take a pee real quick. But like I said, once again, it's cold as shit outside. Yo, man, this is tripped out. It's only 11:30. Once when they say time stands still, now I can see why. Either too hot out, time stands still, or it's too cold out, and time stands still. Uh, yeah. So, as my buddy's getting up from his nap, um, as you can see, even though I have my EcoFlow, I kind of only leave that when I am actually working, or I use it when I know I'm working. Because if I use too much power, I don't feel like going inside the building and charge it up. So I'm off the next couple days, and the other day I was thinking, because instead of using my buddy's charger, I ended up getting my own charger for the battery. So I can actually use to operate my TV. So, and at the same time, it helps to have two sources of electricity. Actually, I have three sources of electricity. I have a small generator in my truck, but I still need to fix that. It turns over, but it doesn't stay running. So I looked it up already, and there's three possible things that could be going on with it. So, yeah, yay. So anyhow, like I said, it's only 11:30, and it feels like 5 hours went by already. I actually kind of did. I got up at 5 a.m. this morning. But yeah, and I was trying to see, this is what I don't like about the free Wi-Fi here. For whatever reason, I got the Wi-Fi on here, but it's not allowing me to hook up my Facebook account instead of just going through my phone. So now I have to wait until I can go to Menards to see if I can actually really hook it up. And at the same time, I don't know if this Wi-Fi actually allows Facebook, because like I said a little while ago, it does not even allow YouTube. The only thing I can get on here is this, Tubi. That's it. I can't really get no other movie channels, no nothing. So that's what sucks about being over here. But anyhow, as soon as when I get my truck fixed, I'll get that. And the thing is, I kind of like this parking spot because at the same time, I always take my truck and I park it here. So when I do move my bus, I don't move this spot. Because what I like about it is that I got all that space. And I don't have to worry about nobody parking so close to me. So yeah. So obviously I'm still in the beginning stages. I did get a cooler during the summertime. Usually the ice stays pretty solid, but like I said, I got the Mr. Buddy heater on top, so it melts a little bit faster than what I want. So we're about to feed my buddy. Obviously I give him carrots. I got fish in here. I got raw meat. I got cottage cheese for him. Obviously I gotta dump the water. Buddy, you want fish today? Hold on, bud. I have to open it first. Oh my goodness. Oh, and I got eggs for him. We'll get you one more carrot here, bud. Alright. Of course, I got my Lunchables. Even though these don't gotta be in the refrigerated, I decided to just put them in there for shits and giggles. I got my sweet potatoes, and we're ready to roll. Alright, bud. Hold on. You know, it's really good to actually have an off day, but unfortunately, on my off days, I have my truck running, and we're going all over the place. Go to the store, yeah. Go to the park, go to nature trails. But today, we couldn't go anywhere. Yeah. So we took a long nap. Now I see why he takes naps. And dude, I just woke up from about a 1 hour nap. I feel drowsy. My body feels like it didn't want to roll out of bed. But I had to. Exactly. Buddy, you gotta go potty. I think he's getting amped up because this is about the time that I actually get done with work. And once when I do, we go outside right away. So, alright, bud. Back up. Move. What? This is what happens once when you get a big dog and he can't go outside or he can't go for a car ride or nothing. I moved my jacket over there and right away he thinks we're going somewhere. Now he's all anxious and he thinks we're going to be going outside. So I gave him a box to tear apart to get some frustration out. I just fed him and it's actually only going on 5 o'clock. But time flew by. At the same time, time stood still. I took a little nap. I'm not used to that and kind of made my back sore. I believe I am going to try this out tonight. I put my buddy heater back here to warm up this a little bit, to warm up the backside a little bit. I put my fan there. I'm going to be facing it towards me at night. Or I think I might just leave it there. So, I didn't realize it was actually that dark already. But this van over here, that's a stealth fan. He has everything completely blacked out, including the two front passenger and driver seats, windows. I only seen him a couple times get out of his van. Other than that, the guy stays in there just about 24/7. He parks on one side for a certain amount of hours, then he goes to the other side of the parking lot and he parks over there for a certain amount of hours. I seen him leave a couple times, but that was it. And he just moved. So yeah, now he's moving on the other side of the parking lot. In which, obviously, if you want to be stealth mode, you keep on moving. But here's the thing. You got to find different spots to park. Now, for me, it's a little different because I'm in a big-ass bus. Well, it's a big, small bus. But I guess if his system is working for him, more power to you. Now, technically, when I'm at work and my boss asks me, who's this, who's that, who's this, who's that, I just let him know. And I let him know that they don't cause no issues. Therefore, I leave those people alone. Now, come to find out, if you're throwing garbage or making loud noises or being rude or whatever, we'll basically ask you to leave. You know, it's just common sense. Just about last week, I think it was, one of the guys, he was here for about a month. He moved around different parking spots, but he stayed on the same side of the parking lot, but just different parking spots. So he called up his buddy. Hey, yada yada yada. A few days later, I come rolling up behind them in our little golf cart collecting trash. And all of a sudden I looked again. I was like, oh, what the hell? His buddy that he called up, I was wondering why I never seen him walk in a store and go to the bathroom. When I started going behind all those cars and stuff like that in the golf cart, dude was taking a piss behind his car. Come on, man. Just more than common sense there. I could have easily just called 911. Decent exposure. Boom, you're gone. Ticket out. See ya. But anyhow, I ended up going to the opposite side of the parking lot by a garbage can, and we have handheld radios with a little earpiece. So then I called my boss and I explained it to him and stuff like that. I said, now you got a reason to kick those guys out. So a couple hours later, boss came out, told him to leave. Next morning, they showed back up. I just notified my boss again, kicked them out for good. Those people, or at least that one particular guy pissing out in the back of his car, are the reasons why nobody likes people camping out on their property or anywhere. Once when you're pissing and shitting and throwing litter and stuff like that, you just give everybody a bad name. So yeah. But I just wanted to point out and stuff like that I always see that van here, but yet I don't see the guy very often. So anyhow, I just got done saying anyhow, but anyhow, oh, I'm getting a little delirious now. It's going on 24 hours that I've been in a bus. Granted, yes, we went outside 2 times today, 3 times today, but I guess it's no different than once when it rains, except it's freezing outside. So now tomorrow, I have a decision. I text the guy I usually have pick up my vehicles or vehicle, the tow truck driver, and he has not responded since yesterday. I texted him about an hour ago. He still has not responded. So I gave him more than 24 hours notice if he wanted to pick up my truck tomorrow morning and take it to my mechanics. I basically trust him because I used his service quite a few times before this. So not sure what's going on. I would hate to actually call somebody else up. I mean, granted, you can say everybody's respectable. They got um, is there repetition online? You know, it's word of mouth and stuff like that. They have to make sure that they do a good job so you can send out recommendations and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear and that. But this is kind of irritating because you would hate to just keep calling the guy, calling the guy, calling the guy. Hey man, where you go? What's up? You know, hey, you able to pick this up? So I don't know, man. What are we gonna do, buddy? Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. So did you destroy your box? Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'll probably hit this camera one more time before it gets too late. Yeah, exactly. So I'll be back. All right, everybody. I got super lucky just now. Man, I totally forgot I took out the SD card and put it in here so I can download everything I did today on my tablet. Totally forgot about it. I totally forgot to put it in the camera. So I'm over here on this side explaining everything. Not even 5 minutes. And I'm back here just talking and talking and talking, not even realizing it. I come back over here, and all of a sudden I turn around, and my camera shut off. I said, what? And all of a sudden I was just like, oh, damn. I totally forgot to put the SD card in the camera so I can start rolling. So I'm just so glad it actually shut off instead of me talking 10, 15 minutes. Man, dude, I would have been irritated. So, anyhow, um, I've had the buddy heater back this way for the last couple hours. Does make a big difference back there. As you can see, my temperature's up again. His water bowl is a little bit cold. Not too bad, not like last night and this morning. You can tell a big difference, but now that I actually moved this back there, I can actually really feel the cold because normally I have it right here. But now I can feel the cold, super cold, come through the door and coming from underneath my bed. So, this is a good experience. And once when I get my truck rolling, I got to come up with another solution so I can put up under there and probably put like a blanket, a fleece blanket or something on the door. Because like I said, this is just the beginning of winter and it didn't even hit winter yet. So we'll see. But anyhow, I still have to keep that open just because that is where I put my propane tank. I call it the Bat Cave. I just pop open the piece of plywood, plop it up, and reach down there and grab my propane tank. So other than that, I've just been chilling, watching TV. I was listening to the radio, chilling. I actually finally woke up from my nap. I don't feel as drowsy. So yeah, I just want to say thank you guys, forever who's watching my videos and stuff like that. This was totally new for me. This is my first time I ever stayed in the bus, not go anywhere in a 24-hour period. It was a little frustrating, but at the same time, once when I shut this, I'm blocked off from the world. So, quite an experience. I got a whole nother day tomorrow. Uh, I really haven't heard nothing back from the tow truck guy. I texted him like 2 days ago, and he said that's fine. But now I texted him earlier today, and I still not have heard back from him. So don't know what to do. Obviously, I do need the new battery. But if I get a new battery and it's just going to keep cranking over, then I'm just going to ruin that battery. So I don't know if I should just suck it up and get a distributor cap and just replace that, just see if it starts over, turn over, or what. But we'll see. And tomorrow is actually supposed to be a little bit warmer. Not by much, but 25 degrees is actually pretty warm. So, and I'm standing right here, halfway in between the bus. And you can actually feel my heat. A lot of times, if I'm not watching TV, I'll put my fan that I'm charging up over there. I'll set it right here to really kick in that heat. Back this way. So, I just want to say thank you very much for coming along on my journey, even though I was in the bus. Like I said, it was my very first experience, 24 hours, not going nowhere. Oh yeah, tired of being bored. And I still cannot get on to Facebook through my tablet. So I have a feeling they actually, for this Wi-Fi they offer for this truck stop, it's just for emails. That's it. Can't get on YouTube, can't get on Facebook. So that's a whole new situation. But anyhow, once again, thank you all just for chilling with me. Until we meet again, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Peace out, y'all.